Sergeant, I have a question.
Yes, Mr. Fleming.
And there were protests two previously. One 2 weeks ago, I think one the week before that at the Lions Hall in the parking lot. And during those protests, there was some of the people, Tom Kiefer and his friends, and a few people, I think, from Six Nations who came on to the parking lot. And the OPP made no attempts to stop the sides from mingling. And that happened on both occasions. And I'm just wondering why the difference today that, I mean, you used basically a barrier of a two-lane highway, which is effective. Why there was a need today to keep the groups apart when the need didn't appear to exist just 2 weeks ago? I just it is really quite a dramatic difference, and I was just wondering why.
Well, in regards to the events that happened in Caledonia a couple of weeks ago, those two, I wasn't directly involved with those, so I can't tell you whatever the decisions were based on at that point. I can tell you from looking at it from this point of view, the crowd size alone would have something to do, could potentially interfere with the traffic. Allowing you to go to the other side of the road, would there have been a safe place for you to be able to give your speech properly? Here you had a nice backdrop, you had an elevation, a nice wide shoulder to talk to the crowds.
But it really wasn't the geography that was your concern, I don't think. Well, I noticed that Tom Kiefer was just on this side of the road. Now, he wasn't actually, I don't think he was mingling, but still he was allowed to come across the road to talk with somebody. And I had originally asked if Tim Sherp, what's Tim's name? They call him Timmer, just because he has kind of caused some trouble at events in the past. I asked if he could be made to go back across the road.
I went and I spoke with him, and I understand that, did Sergeant Michaud talk with you?
Yeah. But he didn't go across the road, and I offered to go across the road if he didn't, and that didn't seem to be acceptable. I don't understand. I should go back to the original point, and I figured that you probably weren't involved with the other two, but there's such a difference. Why it seemed like it had to keep us apart today. But
did you talk to Staff Sergeant Carter about it? Because I know you've in meetings with him regarding this event.
Yeah, I never actually spoke directly to him.
Who organized this event for you?
Well,
who organized this? Do you have any meetings with Staff Sergeant Carter or anyone?
The only one I spoke with was Sergeant Michaud and Mark Hill. Those are the only two I talked with previous. The difference was quite striking. I just wondered if you could address that.
I can't really shed any light on it. I can tell you by looking at it, just from my point of view. In fact, the geography with Argyle Street Highway 6 would have something to play with it. We didn't know what kind of crowds you could have.
Yeah.
As for the other pre-planning events and as to what led up to this, that's something you'd need to probably talk to Staff Sergeant Carter about.
Okay. I may just do that. Thank you.